Jim Crow, Gillis, anti-Deb. Wi-Fi strong, rent still free. Cigarette after cigarette. Ashtray full, still won't sleep. Always yelling, I don't care, but refreshes every share. Why you talking about my body? Why you talking about my bed? Chain smoking through a meltdown while typing lies at 3 a.m. Basement bounce, nicotine and burner accounts, trolling lawyers, hiding hands while cosplaying moral man. Jim Crow, Gillis, aka anti-Debris, cis rants, burner hands, brain clinically dead. Basement bounce, double agent in her own mouth, calls me old with zero shame, man looks 100, smells like smoke and rage. Jim Crow, Gillis, aka anti-Debris, cis rants, burner hands, brain clinically dead. Crow, Gillis, anti-Debris, cis rants, burner hands, brain clinically dead. Anonymous and brave online, till screenshots hit the feed. And suddenly it's out of context. Oh, that wasn't really me. Pacing rooms, lighting up, every drag another lie. If denial burned calories, he'd be thin by July. Turn the lights down low again, same routine, same pretend. Says he doesn't care at all, still coughing through the comment wall. Basement bounce, ashtray king, running mouth, trolling counsel from a fake name or begging others to stay sane. Jim Crow, Gillis, aka anti-Debris, cis rants, burner hands, brain clinically dead. Basement bounce, ethics missing, lies pronounced. If hypocrisy paid rent, he'd finally move out of the basement. Jim Crow, Gillis, aka anti-Debris, cis rants, burner hands, brain clinically dead. Jim Crow, Gillis, anti-Debris, cis rants, burner hands, brain clinically dead. Obsessed with who I sleep with, like it's somehow his crusade. Meanwhile, smoke alarms going off from the bridges he set ablaze. Accent like and talks in circles, calls it jokes, calls it truth, then deletes and plays confused when the receipts reproduce. Check, racist, check, chain smoke, check, tit flex, check. Basement bounce, nicotine, paranoia, doubt, says I don't care, on repeat, still refreshing every tweet. Crow, Gillis, aka anti-Debris, cis rants, burner hands, brain clinically dead. Basement bounce, double agent, played it out. If integrity were currency, he'd still be broke spiritually. Jim Crow, Gillis, aka anti-Debris, cis rants, burner hands, brain clinically dead. Jim Crow, Gillis, aka anti-Debris, cis rants, burner hands, brain clinically dead. You don't hate cancel culture, you hate consequences. Put the cigarette out, turn the Wi-Fi off, end transmission.
I almost feel like this is illegal. I feel like I'm beating up a mentally challenged child. I feel like this shouldn't be legal. That's how much fun I'm having with this.
Let me get this fixed. All right, welcome everybody. Thanks for joining me on this Sunday evening. I didn't have a ton of time to put too much planning into tonight. There's a hodgepodge of things we're going to discuss since it's rough out there on those Twitter streets. But first, I'm going to invite my special guest I have tonight. We'll call her Nikki for now, though one day you'll know who she is. Welcome, Nikki.
Hi, how are you? Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you. You're all good.
Good.
All right. Thank you so much for coming on. So
No
Nikki
problem.
is somebody who has always been a supporter of Karen Reed, a former supporter of Aiden's. And when the whole kind of divide started in the fall with Recording Gate, you decided to voice your support for Karen and call out Aiden for his behavior. And you obviously received a lot of backlash about it. You don't have to give too many details of it because just to keep your identity under wraps for now. But I don't know if you want to just give a little bit of a background on that and how you felt and what made you compelled to speak up.
You know what? It wasn't exactly right after. I had noticed some things before the trial had ended. Some of the stories he was saying and some of the people that he was attacking, like the DePietro man. I don't know if anybody knows him. I found it odd, like he was going to such lengths to hurt these just random people. And then after the trial, I feel like it just got so much worse. He was just attacking random people that I had never even heard of. But he had found out, he had messaged me and asked if I still supported him. And I told him I did not like the things that he was doing. And we know how that goes. Yeah, it did not go well. So,
yeah, no, we've been seeing that a lot of that now. The past week, I've heard of
pretty much what you are seeing going on.
Whether you have 3 followers or 3,000, he's in your DMs. If you show even the slightest bit of support for me, this week, there's at least 5 people that I know of that he called just to make sure that they weren't friends with me, or he was calling friends of these friends to say, do you know if Meredith's friends with this person? And that's how he's spending his days, not focusing on his case like he's been promising, to make sure that nobody likes me. They have to hate me. They have to be on his side. I mean, nothing says you've moved on like spending your days literally calling anybody who might be my friend, right? To make sure that they're not. I mean, he's totally moved on though, right?
And it's amazing that once he attacks you, you are fair game because you become a public figure, according to him, because you're a Turtle Boy famous. So therefore, you're all of a sudden a public figure, and he has the right to just attack you and to say this stuff all over the internet. I think that's a cute little term that he's come up with too.
I didn't hear him say that, but I don't think he's called me a public figure yet. But
I'm a public figure. I have to say, what am I? Am I Taylor Swift? I kind of feel all right. I'll take it. Unfortunately, my public fame was not very positive, but
we'll be correcting the record on that soon enough.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, we have a hodgepodge of things to discuss tonight. First on the agenda, and this wasn't part of the original plan, but just since our last show, we didn't go over this. So on the last show, we did go over, where's that sound coming from?
What are you getting into first?
Yeah, sorry. I thought I just heard like a weird sound. I didn't know if it was from a window I had open that was playing something. But so on our last show, we discussed a lot. Actually, the whole show was pretty much dedicated to Jimmy.
I saw that.
And essentially, we brought up just some of these tweets that have come out. Can you see my screen?
Yes. Oh, I've seen those.
Some of those, yeah. I mean, hence the intro song, the Jim Crow Gillis on G-Dub song. Some of these tweets that have come out, and this is somebody that's been for the last couple of months going after me, calling me an awful person, going after a lot of my friends like Jason, Nikki, calling us crazy when this is like the way he talks regularly. He's using the N-word in his regular jargon with multiple people. Again, glass houses. So we brought up a lot of his texts on the last show, and those have been called out. Thinking maybe there would be a time, this would be a time for accountability from him or from Aiden, but.
Oh yeah, I saw the last show, and I've seen what his response was in the last day or so, that he thinks it's cool.
So I wanted to quickly go back to this, just to some of these comments that Aiden made in response, in defense of this word, and because we didn't talk about this kind of happened, I think, after the last show on Jimmy. So we'll just play some of these clips.
You're just gonna call people racist all the time now and think that like anyone's gonna give a shit, you know? It's like, no, nobody cares at all. And like Jimmy's funny actually, and that's why we watch him, because he's funny. And that's it. Like we're just gonna keep watching it. Like we can sell out the Wilbur because people are entertained by us. Oh wait, did you see this screenshot of him using the N?
So apparently racism is okay if you sell out the Wilbur. Got it.
Word. Yep. Don't care. Don't care at all. At all.
We know you don't.
Sorry. You know, don't care. Doesn't bother me.
I mean, he uses like variations of it on his show. He thinks saying like
trigger.
Yeah.
As long as you say trigger, you're fine.
Yeah. And then wasn't he trying to call JFK racist or something at one point?
He was using the W word with him. The one that rhymes with the N word. He was using the W with that.
But he's racist. Doesn't actually mean that. It's kind of a popular word that.
It's a popular word. So the N word is a popular word, according to Aiden Carney.
Well, look at his friends. Okay. It probably is.
You know, is blurred lines about who can use it and who can't use it.
Not really. It's just, I think it's a generally accepted thing that nobody uses it and nobody should use it. I don't think there's any blurred lines. Certainly not about your white, almost 4-year-old friend in text messages. What about calling your paralegal that? That was the kicker. But he's okay with Jimmy calling Olivia that, his paralegal. Apparently that's okay.
And also he's using it in like a comedic sense. So like, is there some room there? I don't fucking know. I just don't care. I just don't care.
Slur to say against someone. Yeah, exactly. But saying it, like if you were to like say to a black person, you're the N-word, that's fucked up. That's fucked up.
What about calling your paralegal that though? Because he wasn't just saying it in a joking way, like N-word, please. He was calling people that over and over. And then he used it as a verb in one of the texts. It was bizarre too.
Not that it matters, but is the paralegal African-American?
No, but again, it's just a weird thing. And then he's saying it too in like a threatening manner, because that was when he was trying to stalk her and go by her parents' house. He's like, we're going to catch that N-word. But that's normal.
He just uses it universally for everyone. Okay.
Yes, apparently in their world, that's par for the course.
If you're in a private conversation with somebody joking around and you're like, yo, N-word what? Like joking around, that's different. It's fucking different. Sorry. I'm not offended by it. I just don't care. You can pretend to be offended by that, but you're not. You're just not, you know?
I think a lot of people are offended by it, but KK.
Because it's funny. It's funny.
It's funny.
It's a word.
Yeah,
okay.
Hysterical.
And there's a big difference between, you know, using a racial slur like that to attack somebody and like making a fucking joke. Sorry, jokes. You get leeway with jokes.
You get leeway with jokes. So it's, according to Turtle Boy, it's okay to use the N-word if it's a joke because it's a funny word. Interesting.
Thank you, Laura. Says we all love
screenshots with the N-word or something like that. But like, it's like that's if you start doing that, it's like, bro, you've already lost. If that's the best way you try to cancel Jimmy is he said the N-word one time in like a screenshot of like a message where he's like, you know, N-word please or something like that. It's like I don't know who would screenshot that and send it, but like. Yeah,
a lot of people would, and I just want to clear the record too, because a lot of people have said, "Oh, well, why were you friends with them if you were saying N-word to you?" None of these texts are with me, by the way. This is Jimmy texting other people, and they've all sent them to me because a lot of people don't like Jimmy, and a lot of people have seen what a disgusting person he is. So this isn't me screenshotting it. This is me being the recipient of them. Just to be clear, I think a couple of people commented on my last stream that like. Why are you only calling them out now? But these were not texts with me, to be absolutely clear.
Just don't care. I'm not going to stop following him because of that. It's not 2020. Like, this is not like during the George Floyd shit, maybe.
Oh, that's so bad.
it would have been bad if it was 2020 during George Floyd, but it's okay now, as if racism has an expiration date. I mean, I think somebody had a clip the other day that Jess was saying something like about George.
Hers was horrible. What she said,
Horrible.
joking around that she couldn't breathe. Even her husband was disgusted.
Her husband was like,
that was
bad. I saw the clip.
Disgusting.
Yeah, maybe somebody can message me that clip. We can play it after. But yeah, are we surprised? This is who they surround themselves with. Birds of a feather, I guess.
Me, that's like, everybody's like on, well, we gotta find racism and call it out and blah, blah, blah. It's like, we're kind of past that. Like that kind of shit doesn't work. Same with like, oh, you're like, it's like you're anti. Oh, fuck off. I can't.
That was good. That was a good way to end it. He's like yelling at somebody. He's about to crash. Yeah. So this is the kind of people that we're dealing with here. Jimmy, who uses the N-word in his regular jargon. No accountability, no apology, no acknowledgement when those texts leak. And then you have his leader, Aiden, who just justifies it, sticks up for it, downplays it, even says it's funny and that it's a popular word to use. And it's not 2020 anymore, so it's okay. This is the kind of person that the Wilbur is platforming, and anybody else who decides to still be involved with anybody else who's stupid enough to not realize that he just burns every single bridge, every single relationship he's in, whether it's professional, business. I mean, look at his last lawyer too. Every single relationship ends badly with him, like disastrously bad.
How does his attorney stay with him after that account came out with him?
Oh, the Ghetto Mellow?
And when he explains the things, you notice he's like almost trying to convince himself. I think he knows what he's saying sounds absolutely ridiculous. I think he's just so delusional or narcissistic that it's insane to watch him saying that. Like, nobody cares. Like, first of all, you're white, so how dare you? I mean, that I don't mean to offend anybody. The word is never okay. Never.
No, never.
But it's like how he justifies it. And it's a low. I mean, he goes low. That's a new low. That I didn't think he would go that low. I really didn't.
Oh, yeah, I mean, so that's a good point. He uses it himself. We've seen the Ghetto Mellow account that he's since deleted, but when we've all seen the message that is leaked with Bettero, where Bettero's yelling at him, or I forget what he says exactly. He's like, we're dealing with Meredith having our privileged communications, and then this ridiculous stunt with the Ghetto Mellow account. He's like yelling at him, but Eden told me one of the last times we spoke, when it was like the hostage call, I got like guilt tripped into talking to him. He was like, yeah, no, I'm not worried about Ghetto Mellow. I talked to Bettero and he thinks the account's hilarious too. I'm like, that text shows otherwise, and he thinks it's ridiculous and immature. He's like, no, I explained it to him. Like, what in what world, what explanation, what tale did you tell that this was normal, that you were trolling him on an account, like impersonating the special prosecutor on your case, calling your lawyer the N-word? What tale did you tell him that he understood it, that set the record straight, that it was okay? I don't even want to know. I didn't ask.
From somebody that has grown up with everybody in my family is an attorney, I cannot imagine what they would do with half of the stuff that he does. I mean, there's so many reasons that he could clearly leave him, like dump him and ditch him. I mean, I don't know if Bettero, it just feels very sorry for him, or if he's lying to him and not telling him the whole story. I don't know if he cries and does the, I don't want to go back and all that nonsense. But I don't know. I don't get it.
Yeah, your family that are attorneys, what would they do if they had a client with all the, who just pulled all this stuff all the time?
They said, gone, totally gone.
No amount of money worth
gone.
It. Yeah.
And I asked like 12, like people from all different types of law. And they were laughing. They were like, never. Well, first of all, they would never represent him, period. From months ago when he was caught online with all this. I feel like people who represent him are people that want to be in the spotlight. And I think they're willing to take a little heat. I don't think they thought that it was going to go this far, though.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it's a couple things. Definitely money. He told me he had to write him another check for $100,000 after when this mess started happening to get him to stay. But I also think too, he probably does, he sees what happens to anybody that crosses Aiden. He probably doesn't need that wrath. He doesn't need his family to get it, like people going after his family and everything. Like what, that's what happens with anybody who crosses Aiden or doesn't stick around for him. So, I mean.
And doesn't Better have kids, like daughters?
Yeah, I'm not gonna say a word about his family, but yes.
I've seen that online. I didn't know how much it was true, but I'm like, oh my God, how can you like watch him do this to women? And I guess, and everybody says everybody does deserve fair representation. I totally
he
agree with that.
He's represented murders, so that's not even something I'm going to get into. But yeah, I mean,
and that's different. But this is a choice. I mean, this guy has given him every reason to get rid of him. Usually, those murders that they represent, you're usually a public defender. And they usually listen to everything because they are terrified of being convicted. This one's like, hold my beer, please. How can I get convicted?
I know. Yeah. And you could tell, though, when that whole thing came out where the weekend when he told me that Bettero quit and then he also told Jess Machado, you could see Jess already setting the stage to send people after Bettero because she was saying, I think it's a bad look on Bettero's part to give up on him and to leave him. And she said it several times. It was like setting the stage that was what was going to come next. That if he quit, then everybody was going to go after Bettero. And so I can't blame him for not wanting that too.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you can Google online about, can you fire a client? And it will come up with the reasons, the whole reasons an attorney can get rid of a client. He has checked off every single one.
Yeah, I mean, I imagine too, like business reasons that if you have reasons for not wanting to represent someone anymore, you could just
absolutely.
As long as you fulfilled all of your obligations, or if you maybe you need to return money if you haven't, then you can just drop a client, right? It's not like
especially if it's putting you in danger for your future job. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of people that probably wouldn't want to work with him after this. I wouldn't wish that on Bettero because I don't know the story behind it, but it's surprising.
Yeah. I don't know. So yeah, that's, I think, what we were talking about there, just the racist stuff. I mean, with Jimmy, and then with the Ghetto Mellow account trolling Bettero. That's how we got talking about him too. I mean, you can't make this stuff up, right? I mean,
no, you really can't. No.
That video from the other morning where he's justifying and sticking for Jimmy, you'd think if you had already been using that word yourself on a parody account, trolling your lawyer, you wouldn't be defending. Maybe just don't talk about it.
I would just stay silent at least.
Maybe just not. I mean, Jimmy hasn't even brought it up. He's been silent about it, but I guess he needed.
What about the man? What's his name? Roy from Dallas. Ralphie from
Dallas.
Has anybody heard from him?
He did some stream last night. People were tagging me in it.
I don't
where it was like, it was saying that I'm the real racist for calling out calling Jimmy Jim Crow Gillis, and that Jimmy isn't racist for using the N-word, but I'm racist for calling him out for using it. I didn't even click it. They had like 20 people watching it. I was like, this is below I've got bigger fish to fry at this point. I also wanted to watch the Lifetime movie, so I didn't pay any attention to it. But yeah, no, Ray from Dallas has been on my list though for a while. I think we know who it is, but again, not really high on the totem pole at all.
Yeah, he has confused me from day one. That guy.
He just does whatever
they tell him to. Yeah.
I mean, once this started where Aiden was going against me, actually it was right before he did that, and I'm sure he got the go ahead from Aiden. He made this video, this like 10-minute video on me where it was just disgusting. It was like, you missed the goat's dick. And it's like, bro, no, it wasn't that impressive. Like, just no. It's like 10 minutes, just vile. Like, I've just any like guy that talks to any woman, like even the stuff, and I'm no fan of Valerie, but the way he talked about Valerie, talking about like shoving a dick down her throat, just the awful raspy voice. His voice, it's just so aggressive and just like nasty. No guy should ever be talking to any woman like that.
I saw him, the Lindsay interview, the whatever her name is.
Oh yeah.
I saw that. That was like, I didn't know what I was watching. Her leaving the room, going on a break. That was the strangest thing I've ever seen in my whole life. I don't know what was going on there. That was just weird, that whole interview. But that was really the only time I've ever seen him. And he was acting like she was some kind of god. Like, It was
Yeah,
very strange.
I didn't listen to all of it. I listened to the parts where she was talking about me just because it was all lies. Similar to what I'm not even gonna look at what she's said in the last day or two. She's out of her goddamn mind. I mean, I think she's
You had
mad
a
that
bone about somebody about something with her kids. I don't think it was you. I don't remember. But
no, it was about me, but she is out of her goddamn mind. I don't like see for yourself. It's like I don't even need to defend myself against that because it's so vile what she said and like
her profile
graphic.
picture is him with his new girlfriend.
It's like so graphic and it's like I don't even know where to start with that. I'm not even gonna pull it up because it's so gross the tweet she made. Talking about my daughter too sexually. It was fucking bizarre. She needs serious
No,
inpatient.
yeah, she does. She does.
Which her probate court documents already revealed she's had over and over, and it didn't help. So I don't know. There's not really much help for her.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
mean, that's a
Sorry,
very
go ahead.
strange situation.
What did you say?
I said it's a very strange situation. She's a very strange person.
Yeah, I mean, anybody who has that little self-respect to return to somebody who she claimed raped her for 2 years, who he called her fake victim. She won Rapid Madness. I mean, talked about her closet baby for almost 2 years. I mean, just tells you that's not somebody worth your time.
Did they ever actually get back together, or was it just like a setup type of thing?
I think they just banged a few times, and he's just like embarrassed of it and won't admit it. But she's stupid enough. I'll tell you how I know. She's told multiple people it happened, and she's telling everybody that the sex video that Joe Flipperhead somehow has is like a new video between them. And
Oh, that's right.
the
That's
one that Aiden tried to blame on me for leaking. Like, first of all, why would I want to leak a sex video of YouTube? Like, gross.
Why would you even want to watch that?
I wouldn't want to see it, and I certainly wouldn't want to leak it. Like, what would be the point? Especially if you claim it's old, why would I want to? But she's telling people it's new. She was calling somebody when he was at her house, apparently, on the way from Dallas night. There's like, unless she's just lying that they've been hooking up and she's just fucking crazy. But I see it more as like it happened and he's just denying it because he's ashamed of her, as he should be. As he should be. I mean, she literally lied to put him in jail. The fake abortion stuff, the fake pregnancies.
And everyone took her back in, though, which just proves the kind of power he has over these people.
Yeah, I know. It's a cult. After being told for almost 2 years that she's evil, she's this and that, and then with a snap of a finger, I'm the evil one, and she's now like beloved by them. I mean, I don't want to be liked by any of his followers who are still falling for this bullshit. Good riddance.
No.
Like, you're that stupid and have that lack of independent thought to just stand by and like everything that's happening and not question it.
It shows low self-esteem.
Yeah. I mean, that brings us into the next topic, which is the fundraiser fraud of the Halloween party. And they've been presented with unrefutable proof now at this point that he advertised a fundraiser as being for Karen Reed and the proceeds never went to her. And now the goalposts have since moved to who cares? It's nobody's business. Like, can you imagine if Brian LTL or Young Jerks or JFK, they ever hold a fundraiser? And I'll pull up all the screenshots in a second, but can you imagine if one of them advertised a fundraiser as being for Karen and then you find out it never went there?
No, especially LTL. Oh my God. He drug him for nothing before. Could you imagine? And JFK? No.
I mean, so I'll get into the screenshots with all the proof with the Eventbrite thing in a second. But I mean, given this is his attitude now with anybody raising money for Karen, are you really surprised that he wasn't honest with himself and honest with us in donating the money to Karen as like the fundraisers advertised? I mean, look at this. This was around the days when she launched the new civil fundraiser, and he's fighting back and forth with like Brandy and then Nick Rocco. Like, maybe she should stop asking for handouts and earn money like a grown-up. That was one of the things he said. And then his other thing is he keeps lying that she was offered
The Put her
offered
mind
like
on
all
it,
this
yeah.
stuff for the documentary. Like I think he said she was offered $1.5 million for the documentary, which was a lie. And then he kept offering to do like the Ernie Bach shows with her, like, oh, as if she could be so lucky. But it's like that's making a deal with the devil, doing anything with him, agreeing to do anything with him or stay on with him for all these shows. Like she would never be able to get rid of him if she agreed to do all this stuff. But he was like cheering on the McAlbert's fundraiser, making more money than hers and stuff, and egging that on. I mean, so it's really no surprise that he wouldn't want to give the money he was supposed to, you know?
Absolutely not. God, he hates Nick Rocco. Oof.
He's always been so jealous of him ever since May of 2024, when he was on court TV and everything.
Yeah. Oh,
Like when he got out of jail and he wasn't asked anymore because he couldn't stop talking about Lindsay and fake abortions. Like no wonder court TV didn't want to have you on, bro. So yeah. So essentially this started because one of his fans who was going after me was like, he's done so much for Karen. He's donated first she said that he donated all of his merch proceeds to her, which is a lie. He's never donated 1 penny of merch proceeds, but he never, to be fair, he was honest about that. He said he wasn't, and that wasn't expected. That's fine. But then she went on to say that he held all these fundraising events for her and donated the proceeds to her, that all of the Halloween party money went to her, which is simply not true. And in response, he made this tweet: I'm happy to report that the money raised on the Eventbrite for the 2024 Halloween party made its way to Karen Reed's Legal Defense Fund. Erica Walsh can confirm I didn't actually touch any of the money. It all went through the Eventbrite. Except there's just one problem with that. Erica Walsh didn't have anything to do with that Halloween party other than doing the decorations and ordering the pizzas. She never had any access to the Eventbrite account, so this lie that it went through Eventbrite and was done through her is a lie. I made the account for him in 2024 in April to do 4 or so events. And let me pull up the link to the other screenshots with it. It was only his bank account ever connected to it. There was never any, like Erica never had any access to it. And she didn't even have a single thing of access until 2025 this year. So yeah, this is the various events that were done when it was my account, starting back in April, this live one in Taunton. And then we did a trivia night in October. And then here we have October 25th, 2024, the Halloween party. Free Karen Reed, free Turtleway Halloween party. So out of all the events that we held, it raised the most money, likely because we advertised it as being to support Karen Reed too. You see here, this is Erica Walsh's original post back in 2024, advertising the Halloween party, saying all funds raised to be split evenly among the Turtle Defense Fund and the Karen Reed Defense Fund. So that would mean ticket sales, all the raffle proceeds, right? If we're following what was advertised. So that never happened. I reminded him over and over again to do it. He didn't. That's just proof that it was my Eventbrite. Erica didn't get access till September of 2025, so almost a year after. But here's the email. The payout's going to his bank account, TD Bank, not anybody else's. I had reminded him for the last year over and over again, and it got to the point where he was just like, who cares? Karen's not asking for it, so it doesn't matter.
And
So-
he's yet to wasn't there certain things that were asked for to prove what the story is, and there still has not been anything, right?
He hasn't shown anything. He made this post, and now I've actually seen tweets where they're like, it was already proved it went to Erica and Nick Rocco. Nick Rocco at least commented on something. He was like, no, I had nothing to do with this event. Like, do not say I got the money. Like, no. So they took this tweet as where Erica still hasn't spoken about it, probably because she knows, and I've already posted now our texts that here she is. If you had the login for Eventbrite, and I told her it was my own personal account. So originally I was going to just copy all the info and give it to her because it was with my Gmail. And I was going to send it tonight. And then eventually she gets to like the tax part and I'm like, fuck, I forgot Aiden's like info, his social security number, and his stuff's already in there. And I had it went directly to his bank account. It was all of his info because I didn't want to have it on mine. And then I get like a tax liability from it because they'll send you a form at the end of the year for it, obviously for taxable income. So it was all his stuff already in there. And I didn't want to like be texting her his social or anything. And I wasn't even really talking to him much at the time. So it's like, here, you can just have it. Like, I'll make a new password, something that's not one I use. I'll change the password and then you can just have the account. And I gave it to her. And this was in, it says, I know it doesn't say the year, but it says Saturday, September 20th. I'm telling you, it was 2025. You can look at the calendar and see. Also, if it was 2024, it would say 2024 on my iPhone when I took the screenshots the other day. So I handed it over her. She didn't have access to any of this until September 2025. And then in the previous post I just brought up before that, I showed where it went directly into his bank account. So since I posted this stuff, there's been no other comment from him on this. Nothing from Erica, but some of the comments I'm reading now are just like, who cares? Why are you guys asking about this now? It's nobody's business. Like it's nobody's business, but Aiden's. Like, really? I mean, you donated to, I think you bought a ticket to that Halloween party, right? How do you feel that you know now that
I've donated a lot of money to a lot of things, and now it makes you wonder. I don't understand how people could. I mean, they've supported him, so I'm assuming they supported Karen Reed. I mean, unless they hate him now, but even back at that time, he was pro Karen Reed. So were you. So he stole your money.
Yeah, I just want to say again too, I've said this on Twitter multiple times, and again, the Roccos had absolutely nothing to do with this party. It was purely run on Aiden's Eventbrite. They had nothing to do with it. And anytime they've run fundraisers, every single penny has gone to Karen. It's completely safe. Like, I'm not trying to, I don't want to even put into questions. I'm sure that's coming next. What Aiden's going to accuse me of is that I'm saying, oh,
he shows receipts though.
I'm questioning, he's going to say I'm questioning the integrity of like doing Karen. That nope, because it's only that specific fundraiser. As far as I know, I don't think he's falsely advertised any others, but I mean, I'm not going to let like lies go uncleared. And one of his fans was saying, oh, he donated all the money from all the Halloween parties to her. And that's just simply not true.
I don't think he donated $1, to be honest.
He donated proceeds from one of his streams to her, I think, at the very beginning.
Okay. Well, he doesn't think he has to do a donation because he made her and he saved her and he went to jail for her. So.
Yeah, he made her.
Yes.
And
so
she should thank him, according to him.
He's all set. He did his good deeds.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, do you think it's anybody's business but Aiden's? Do you think we should just stop talking about it? Can you imagine?
No, I think it's everybody's business. I think even if you didn't give money, it's donation fraud.
I mean, similar to like if it was, say it was Brian's text that leaked that had the N-word in it, like we would never hear the end of it. And if
he would drag him. I mean, if one of these content creators, like Mike or somebody, they advertised that proceeds were going to Karen, and then you find out that they kept it all. Like say Mike, because Mike has a legal fund going on too. Can you imagine the outrage? Like he would be canceled. We would never hear the end of it. Somebody just brought up a good point. How about the little lady in New Jersey with the shirts? She sent the money. I think she owed him like $6, and she sent a check, I think, for like $200, which she showed, and he was going after her for stealing.
Yeah,
like you have some nerve over like I think it was like 4 T-shirts, and he went after that poor little lady. That was horrible. I mean, he did horrible stuff to her behind the scenes too. Like not a lot of people know about. He was. I mean, like I said, he suspected her of stealing, and look what he did to her. He wrote stories about her, went after her family, gave out her phone number. So it's fine for everyone else. It's what is it? Rules for me, not for thee.
Rules for thee, but not for me.
But not for me. That's his like. That should be exactly. That's his tagline. But I mean, yeah, if anybody did that, he would torture them. If it was just a
Oh.
regular Joe, like that lady that just tried to help out, you saw what
Sorry,
he did
I
to
just
her.
want to make. Sorry, I just got distracted for a second. I just want to make it clear that this Nikki is not Nikki Obach Nikki. Sorry, I just got a ton of messages.
I don't even know
saying-
who that is.
Okay, yeah, so it's not Nikki, my other friend Nikki Obach Nikki. Just disclaimer. I just want to make that clear. I should have said that at the beginning because
I see the name Obach all the time, but I don't know who it is.
Yeah, no, this is not Obach. But a lot of people too, who are these people who are being disingenuous. It's obviously it's like Jimmy and others spreading it because they already don't like her. Like they've heard her voice before, so it's just disingenuous.
Where
trying
does
to
she
say.
stand with everything? I don't
Yeah.
know much about her.
Yeah, no, she's one of my friends. I don't like to drag her into the stuff. She's not
Yeah.
a Jimmy fan, that's for sure. But yeah, no, I just wanted to clear that up that you're not Nikki. I'm not gonna say her
No.
last name because she's already been doxxed enough, but yeah, not
I
Nikki Obach.
promise.
Yeah, sorry, what were we talking about before that? Just the hypocrisy of him.
Of what
Yeah.
he's done to other people. The t-shirt lady, I'm eating a Twinkie. The t-shirt lady, I think it was like 4 t-shirts. And I saw the messages he sent her. He said he was starting a RICO case, saying that like the government was, I mean, it was insane. That poor lady, he gave out her number. I'm not going to say because I know everybody loves her, but an attorney gave him the phone number, which he blasted online, which I think was terrible of her to do, but that's just my opinion. And she got like 1,000 phone calls, that woman. Her husband, like he works with children, like it was so ugly what happened over t-shirts that it's not copyrighted, I don't believe, his brand. And
No.
even with that, she still sent him money, more money than he was even owed. And I mean, I saw a copy of the check and everything. So I don't
Really, I
Yeah.
don't know much about that situation, but I don't even want to comment.
I never
on-
read the article about it. I try to steer clear of that kind of stuff because I don't know why he's even writing about that kind of stuff. But yeah, I was in touch with her to ask her what did happen with all of that. And yeah, he dragged her because he thought that she was stealing. So,
Yeah,
I mean,
and if it was ever a question of where money was going, if it was somebody like Brian or Mike or JFK or somebody else or Nan, you know that you would never hear the end of it. It would be they wouldn't let you just say, "Oh, it's nobody's business, go away." Like he wouldn't. He'd be like,
60-hour
I'm a journalist.
stories.
I have questions. I need to get to the bottom of this. I'm a journalist, and he'd never like let them.
A week of shows. You get at least a week of shows, a bus stop live 16 times, couple articles. They would be on every platform, and the schools, the jobs. It would be everywhere.
Exactly. All right. So one of the things that somebody asked me last stream was to try and interact with the chat more. So I guess before we move on to the next topic, I'll see if there's any good comments from the chat worth talking about. I don't know how I bring them up. Let me see if I can figure it out. When I right click, it just shows me how to ban or put somebody in timeout. So I don't want to do that. But yeah, so I'm going to try and just see if there's any good chats or questions about the fundraising topic before we move on to the next one. Oh, wait, maybe if I do show, it works. Maybe somebody can tell me. Okay, I think that's what I need to do. I want to show one. Okay.
Well, I saw somebody wrote, "What is scary is TB and Aunt Deb were elementary teachers." Aunt Debbie was an elementary teacher?
Yes.
Oh, God. Ooh.
Yeah. Yes, I think he was elementary school. I don't know. Aiden was a high school teacher. But
I knew that, but I didn't know that all these people
are
are
younger kids. Yeah.
in teachers.
All right, now it's moving too quick. Let me see.
What is this? But he's
But yeah,
being-
this comment that he's accused of stealing, he hasn't heard a peep for. I mean, the only thing we've heard is, oh, that's not what I want.
It's not our business. Isn't that the only thing we heard?
I mean, no, he just made the one comment. Let me see if this is what I was looking at. Yeah, this one right here. Can you see this? Yeah, did I do that right? Or he just says, he says, Erica confirmed, but Erica hasn't said a word about it. She's dodged the question, but she's had plenty of time in the last 48 hours to lie about me. So that's why I texted her. And what I texted her wasn't a threat. I just said, you have time to lie about me. Can you address, are you going to address the question on the Halloween party money? Because you had nothing to do with it. So I'm curious what your response is. And she answered me today and was like, you're threatening me, boss. So I just didn't even answer her. It's like, no, it's not a threat.
Look, I love how he kind of gets cute. I didn't actually touch any of the money. Maybe that's his way of, well, I'm not lying because it was just transferred into my account.
So it was just, yeah, it was just transferred into his bank account. Does that mean, so yeah, you touched it if it's in your bank account.
But it probably wasn't the same actual cash. So he could actually say, well, I didn't touch those dollar bills. That is something he would come up with.
Well, actually, he did. So all the cash, there was like about, besides the ticket sales, which after the Eventbrite fees was like 10,500-ish into his account. There was also about 2,500 in cash that night from all the different giveaways and stuff.
Okay.
And raffles. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just looking at some of these comments.
There's some I'd love to say some stuff, but I won't. No witness intimidation here. Well, I'm not a witness. I don't think that Meredith is a witness.
I think they're trying to, I'm definitely a witness, but
I could be if I wanted to be. Stay tuned.
Yeah, Tin Man Show is right about that. I'm not good at it's like hard to see them. Once you put one comment up, it's hard to see the other ones.
Yeah, Tin Man, I agree with you 100%. Erica said he was in control.
Yeah.
And teammates think she was.
As far as I know, unless in the last couple hours, I haven't had a chance to look. She was still kind of silent on it.